Definitely that time of the day where we bring you the best trends, conversations, and all the gist on trending with our guests. My name is Kim Opera, and we'll be right back after this short break. Welcome back. You're still watching Trending, brought to you by Airtel. Today on the show, we have a very special guest, double nominated Grammy Award, act, and a talent manager. Goes by the name of Bankulli.
Hi.
How are you?
Should I call you Princess Kim? I'm so honored to be here. You know?
What? No, I'm honored to have you on my set.
Well, I'm honored. You know, trending is trending, so I'm going to trend today, I know.
Yes, you will. Yes,
I hope
you
in
will.
a good way.
Of course, definitely. How have you been?
Well, I've been fine, and I've been working, and then work never stops. You know?
How's moving back to Nigeria been for you?
Well, I live in Nigeria. I know a lot of people have that misconception that...
You've always been here?
I've always been here, but I live in shadows.
In shadows, yeah.
Because every other time, if you are needed anywhere, you have to be there.
You have to be there, yes.
I just live a quiet life, and anywhere I'm supposed to be, I'm there.
That's amazing. Now let's talk about your history in Afrobeat. You've witnessed the growth of Afrobeat over the years, how it started and till how it is till date. What would you say, has made the growth to be this global?
What has made the growth global? It's not far-fetched. Advent of social media, internet. That's the faster conveyor belt. There used to be a time when it takes 4 or 5 months to get our music out to London. To spread it across some platform there. I'm talking of the DJ platform and what have you. But since the advent of internet, you can just wake up, just a text message, you can text a link. And of course, social media power, with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, everything is crazy.
True.
You can sit just in the comfort of your home and be trending. You can start trending, for
That's
good
true.
or for bad, as the case may be.
That's
so
true.
Internet has been a major factor, the major conveyor belt that is moving Afrobeat, to all pockets of the world.
That's good. That's really good. But what would you say have been the challenges that Afrobeat has always faced, like from time, that Afrobeat is still facing as of right now?
Well, majorly, I think funding and financing. As you can see, platforms have been, holding it down by themselves. I know when HIPTV started, it was not rosy. You understand? And they are doing great now, but we still need more. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if you really want, development to happen, you need infrastructures. The same way they build roads every year, right?
Yes.
The same way they build water dams and water view. We need that too, And it's not easy, getting investors nowadays. Everybody wants to go into construction. I don't know why.
It's true. And I don't know, music is actually a good way of growing your money. It's a good investment.
100%, maybe, there's a lot of understanding that I believe is out there, information concerning if you want to go into the business. You look at the numbers don't lie. By now, I'm sure Burna Boy has hit over between 1.5 to 2 billion streams all over the world. The question is, who is he signed to? He's signed to a foreign label. You look at our top 10 Nigerian artists. Who are they signed to? They are signed to sub-labels or direct label outside Nigeria. So what happens with that is that the revenue that is supposed to come into our banking sector is going out. And also, you look at the rate, the exchange, how do you call it? The rate at which they borrow people money in Nigeria is ridiculous. It's not encouraging for any investor that wants to invest.
The loaning sector, right?
It's the banking system. The question is, do they even see entertainment business as a viable business to support? I'm sure it is no, We have to begin to look at all those opportunities as it unfolds. If you put Tiwa, Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy together, that's close to about 7 billion streams around the world.
That's true.
But the question is, if the royalties are paid, where is it going to?
Yeah.
I don't want to call the government. I mean, the private sector need to do more. Support all businesses, media houses, artists, even people that have ideas of how to set up all these things. If not, they call them vultures, but I don't see them as vultures. I see them as investors. If you're a businessman, you see opportunities, you go in to invest.
So you started to actually, talking about, you've been in Afrobeat and funding? You did a documentary on Afrobeats. Would you, care to expand onto what inspired you doing that project?
I mean, this is exactly what we're talking about. You know, everybody is looking for easy way out.
Yeah.
My own is that, if we're in a situation where we do not preserve our history, how are we going to talk to the next generation? Before Afrobeats, we have high life music. We have Fuji music. We have all those genres that we know of around the world. The question is, was any knowledge passed down to our generation? Did you see any?
No.
Exactly. Now we have an opportunity, to find a way to document what is going on now within the Afrobeat music circle. And that's exactly why I took it upon myself. I mean, it was exactly, nobody was ready to invest. I mean, I took up the challenge and I've been working on that, Chronicles of Afrobeats. It's not, I mean, I've been on it for like 6-7 years now.
Wow.
Because my own belief is that you cannot speed up our story.
Yes.
You have to take time, I know a lot of people are trying to do the same thing, but it's okay. But for me, I believe it's important we preserve the story, not when people pass on.
Yes.
That we begin to
So
do,
now, yes.
oh yeah, it was a great
eulogies,
person.
yeah.
But when they are alive, it is important we get, get those statements from them, so that the new generation coming, they won't fast forward the history.
Yes.
They won't say Afrobeat started from, this particular period, because it's something that has developed over time. You talk about Blackie, you talk about Daddy Shoki. There used to be a time Daddy Shoki was trending the same way Rema was trending in Nigeria.
Yes.
Exactly, and you have Blackie, you have Mike Okri, there's so many songs. Oyeko Onwenu and King Sunny Ade, they were doing duet.
Yes.
They have a video, to that effect. And it was still in the same country. And when opportunity came for Afrobeat, back then it was called Nigeria music, to begin to, to metamorphose into what it is. And so we begin to have different artists, people coming from different ends with their own sound, So for me, it is important we preserve our history. If we do not do that, somebody will come from outside and tell you that your father's farm, I am the one that set it up. What are you going to do? You have no proof now.
That's true.
So that's the essence of doing that.
So talking about your work with, talent management, over the years you've been opportune to work with several artists. Would you let us know like the likes of which you've worked with and the new ones you're currently working on?
Wow. I mean, I always try as much as possible, that's the way I am, avoid talking about I've done this, I've done that. I leave the glory to God.
But some people really have to know that this is what is actually happening in our industry.
Over the years, apart from, doing my own stuff, I've been involved in creating other people's career, We talk of the likes of the band, talks about the likes of Don Jazzy, talked about the likes of Tenny, and so many of them like that. I mean, I'm not saying that 100% I did everything, but of course, we start off the game, with their career, taking them around, plugging them, and they're all there, you can go and ask them, It's not just them, And now, my own thinking is that, going into the future, looking at what is happening with the rest of the world, at some point we had a P-Square, we had of the band, you have a Plantation Boys, you have a Two-Face Edition. And at some point, you're hearing of Davido, Whiskey, Burna Boy, and the rest of them. And now we are hearing Fireboy, Joe Boy, Rema Ayra Star, and the rest of them.
So now
the question is, what next?
What next? Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I was opportune, during some of my sleepless nights on social media, and I was able to see one young boy called Basil, and the kind of person I am, I'm always in contact, or I try to see and try to look for the next generation of, Afrobeat artists, that is going to. So I always connected with them, most of them early. But on this occasion, I found, an extraordinary talent. I found something that I know with the little experience I have, if I put the machinery in place in terms of molding and shaping into a better version of himself, you can have an artist that, that can match the rest of the guys that I've called. So we tapped into Basil, and he's with us now. He just released his debut single anyway.
And we also have Basil in the studio with us today. Let's have Basil join us. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hi, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
So you said you found him.
One of my sleepless nights, I was on Instagram and I was just flipping through and I saw a cover he did. And
Oh wow.
and I watched the cover like 4 times. So for me, I mean, because I'm a musician myself, that part of me a lot of people do not know. So I'm like, okay. So I began to study, look at the technique and everything, and I could see that, yeah, he has got everything because it was more or less like a performance, video. I'm like, okay, if you can perform other people's cover, honing it like this, it's just a matter of de-engineering and re-engineering his brain to what I believe or what I know, can turn him into a mega superstar. And that's exactly what we've done in the last 1 year.
So amazing. Did you know Bankulli before he reached out to you?
I just knew like the brand. I knew the
Okay,
hoodie brand.
the hoodie brand, but you didn't know
after
him
he
personally.
then texted me, I had to like make my research of who he was. I didn't know fully who he was, but then afterwards I just
Was it mind blowing? Like,
yeah,
oh my God.
obviously. It was mind blowing when I saw
Oh
saw all
my.
his achievements and
how is that? Like, okay, Bankulli reached out to you and you're like, oh my God,
yeah.
this is it.
Yeah. This is it. Yeah, I was with my friend when I got. It was actually my friend he was with my phone and then he was like, Bankulli texted you, Bankulli. And I was like, who is Bankulli?
Oh my
I didn't
God.
know.
You didn't even know,
I didn't know.
the
I
legend
didn't know
that
that.
just popped into your DM.
And he was like, guy, you don't know who Bankulli is. And then I saw it and I just replied him and he was actually very warm with me and he was nice. And then we kept talking afterwards. We kept talking for long and we still didn't have he reached out to me May last year and we didn't have a first official studio session until February.
Yeah,
It's
that's
part
good.
of the training. You
You
need
didn't
to-
just throw him into the studio.
No, it's not that, I mean, I
good.
took my time because, there's something about business that a lot of, especially music business, it comes with emotion. It comes with a lot of craziness. I believe you cannot create or you cannot form a relationship with someone you don't really know.
Yeah.
I might have caught up with the attention of what he can do. So I believe, from afar, you can find a way to, study hearts around. So I did that for a long time, And when I felt that, very strong in myself that, okay, let me see what you can do concerning recording music, and I invited him.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about your sound and the inspiration behind it.
I like to describe my sound as, sort of soul, because one thing about my sound is my voice. I like take pride in my voice, how I sound, and how beautiful I think I sound.
Okay.
And other people have told me that I sound very beautiful. So it's how I sound and the soul, R&B. I have lots of inspiration. I've picked inspiration from lots of different artists across different genres of music. So
Like
it's
who?
not
Tell
just
us.
Afro beats. It's not just tied to one artist or tied to one genre. I listen to jazz music. I listen to Afrobeat music, R&B, pop, many. I even listen to rock sometimes, depending on my
So you're
moods.
that diverse when it comes to music.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What would you say has been you guys' biggest challenge so far?
For me, like I said, it's just to mold him. He's young, all the stress that comes with, from outside, they believe they are talented, which is fine, they have the confidence. But when this work starts happening, then it becomes, wow. So this is what's going to happen, You can imagine for straight 2 months, he was not going to sleep because we always have session morning, afternoon, night. You have producers that want to go and do sessions somewhere and come later in the night, or even collaborations, They give us a call, we have to go.
Yeah.
You understand? You can't give excuse. And maybe at that time he's trying to take a nap. I'm like, guy, you got to roll. So, I mean, he's used to that now. He's still adjusting to that. And it's not going to end there. It's going to be like that for the entire career. So, a lot of people think music business or me being an artist is just a roller coaster the moment you have voice or you can sing. No, it is more than that.
It's more
You
than
need to
that,
understand the
smart.
business. You need to understand the discipline, the relationship, how to speak.
Yeah.
Example like this, confidence, talking to media, press, and how to sustain that, and how to even still keep your head down, and maintain good relationship with your family,
Yes.
and how to manage fame. These are all instances of what I believe that, I needed to insert in it.
Yeah.
And because he's young, there's something about Gen Z.
Ah.
If you teach them properly, they will know more than you.
They will know more than you.
So it's better you teach them the good part.
The good.
So that they can know better than you.
Better than you. Exactly. Okay, what legacy would you like to leave behind?
The legacy that I would like to leave behind is to touch more lives, more people that I can, touch their lives. That I've been doing all my life, It doesn't have to be people that are close to me. It can be anybody around the world, It's spread across, not just Afrobeats. People call me from all over the world. Oh, Bankulli, we need to get this done. And if I see more sense in it, it's not just favoring it has to favor every part. I'll give you an example. One young lady came to my studio last night around 1 a.m. and she played 5 of her songs to me. And I asked her, what is your own plan? And she said, oh, the label she's signed to, they don't want her to release a project, but a single. And I'm like, okay, out of the single you played for me, yes, I like one particular one. And it is because a little bit different approach to what you've been doing. You don't want to be predictable. I don't have to speak to her. I'm not her label. I have to seek, to speak to me.
Yes.
I mean, he wants to hear my own opinion. And I was able to let her realize that as a musician, you can't be predictable. You understand? The moment you are predictable, then you are more or less like you are bottling yourself.
Yes.
You need to find some other little element. You don't have to change what you're doing. You just have to add more. Because as far as you are concerned as a musician or as an artist, you need to continue to grow your fan base.
Yeah.
That's what will make you relevant.
Yeah.
That's what will make your label respect you. That's what will make investors put in more money. And at the end of the day, we were able to come to a conclusion that yes, this is the approach I think I should, follow. And while I was entering here, I suggested to her to do a song with one other female bigger artist in London. So I sent her a message that midnight. And I'm happy that she responded that, yeah, she's ready to try it too. So it's two cut one.
Yeah.
So it's like that, I want to do more of that. Not just that. Also, help people build. And of course, build myself. So it's not just an individual legacy, it's our legacy. Let's put it like that.
That's amazing. That's really nice. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
I hope you guys enjoyed our conversations with Bankulli and Basil. We'll be going on a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching Trending, brought to you by Airtel. And I still have Bankulli and Basil with me in the studio, and they are ready to play the fast fire questions.
Okay.
So I'll be asking you guys a bunch of questions, and all you have to do is respond all of them within 60 seconds.
So help me God.
Are you guys ready?
Well, maybe.
Basil, are you ready? Basil is like, oh my God.
He's scared.
Okay, let's go. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
I check my phone.
I pray.
How did the name Bankulli come up?
You don't want to know. I was supposed to be playing football with some bunch of people. I didn't know they were called boys in the University of Ibadan. So I dribbled 2, and the last one said, "Who is this Bankulli?"
Oh, wow.
And he stuck like that.
He
They
stuck.
forgot my middle name, my first name, my surname, and he stuck
I
like
didn't even
that.
know that.
You see? Who's your go-to buddy?
For me,
Yeah.
God.
My sister.
Have you ever hooked up with someone you met online?
It depends.
What does it depend? Have you hooked up with someone you met online?
Yeah, he knows. When I say it depends, something happened like yesterday. He listened to a musician in the US 3 weeks ago, and he came to me and he was like, "Oh, have you?"
Oh, wait. Hooked up. Like hooked up.
Oh, meet.
Yeah.
One
nah,
on
like
one,
a
like
lady.
like a lady.
Yes, now.
Yes.
hooked
No.
up a lady,
I'm
yeah.
a man of God. I'm a man of God. I'm a man of God. No, I'm a very
so
good
funny.
guy.
Oh my God.
I have a lot of crushes and I crush a lot of people too, but it's okay. But not, you have to be careful these days.
Gen Z. I'm like
That's a Gen Z question. You should be asking me. Mr. Man, answer that question.
No, I'm too young for that.
Okay, good. Which Nigerian creator do you think the world needs to see and hear more of?
Don Jazzy. Don Jazzy. Yeah. He excites everybody, when we see him post anything,
That's
You see him in fashion, music, tech, and it's surprising
businesses
too
too.
because he wasn't like that before.
That's true, yeah.
There's this guy, content creator, Gilmore. He's a comedian.
Gilman.
Yeah, I like him. I really like him.
One day in your life you would never forget.
I have too many. Should I give you one?
Yes.
I know my dad will be watching this, so it might be. I've been faced once. I mean, a gun was pointed at me, and he was supposed to shoot, and for some reason, they backed down. So, I mean, I'm sharing the story here. That's why. I mean, maybe God preserved me because of.
Yeah.
You know,
That went from 100 to 0, like real quick.
I'm sorry. So that's why I said. I mean, I'm
sorry that
anybody.
you went through that.
No. I mean,
Yeah.
don't worry. There's Holy Spirit is involved.
Yes. Yeah.
I was like in the gas explosion, June 1st, 2015.
Oh wow.
But I didn't die. I don't know why. I didn't die. God really saved me.
You guys are really for each other. What's happening
God really
here?
saved me, man.
Wow. Mention some artists you feel should be known everywhere.
Number one, Johnny Drew.
I agree with that.
Johnny is very talented. He's very smooth. I mean, he should be one of the richest African artists. What he has is special. I mean, the way he sounds. From the first day, I'm like, and there are so many of them like that. I don't want every other person to take it personal.
Yeah, give us like 2 other names.
I will give you 200. 200. Okay, I'll give you 3 names.
Okay.
Johnny Drew, Basil, and Constance.
There's
a lady called Constance.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know Constance. Thanks to you. Yeah.
Nothing right now.
Okay.
He's trying to be safe.
I know. If not music and tech, what would you be doing?
If not music and tech, it has to be music. It has to be music.
Football or gamer. At the point, I wanted to be a professional gamer.
That's a Gen Z
Gen Z
answer.
thing. Don't mind
That's a
them.
really
Just
like
sit
a
down.
really
Don't be
good Gen Z
beating
answer.
their head with
A song you were surprised of how good the numbers did.
numbers, and in terms of
How well the song did.
very well.
Yeah, a song that surprised you that
I can't think of any. I'm a positive thinker when it comes to music.
I think for me, it's calm down.
you didn't see
I didn't
going
think
like
it would
that,
go like that
right?
because I listened to the album a lot. And there were other songs that I really liked better.
Oh,
And
wow.
I thought it was even better than Calm Down, but
You
then
see?
Calm Down is the biggest.
When last did you cry?
That's been long. I think the last time I cried was when I was in GS1 and they stole my ball.
Hi,
Cried.
football, Gen Z. They have problem. They have no problem.
I'm telling you.
Sorry, they
That
have
was the
no
last
problem.
time I cried. I mean, I don't know why I can't.
Even after the gas explosion, you didn't cry?
No, I didn't cry.
Huh. I'm sure you were
Probably
in
last time I
shock.
cried was now 2013. That's 2013.
Yeah, okay.
Well, big boys don't cry.
Big boys don't cry, man. I was
When
a
you're
kid.
big, you're
You
big.
swallow it.
You swallow.
You swallow the cry.
All right, guys. That's all we have for the fast fire questions, and we'll be right back after the short break. Welcome back. Basil here will be serenading us with some freestyle.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. Baby, follow my commanding like zombie. Go down on me with your coca body. Baby, follow my commanding like zombie. Go down on me with your coca body. Cause this your milky na fronty for me. Hold on for me, I no go do you corny. Cause this your milky na fighty, I saw me tolo. Jalatoni, oh baby, smile yadi. Oh na, my job Mona Lisa. 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 No. Oh, my job Mona Lisa. Yeah.
Freestyle, I come up with something
Yeah.
right here. Aha.
It they do for body now. I could give you conina. This your body, they sweet now. I'm on you all night, all night. Yeah. No. I think it was long like that.
It's like my brain is not.
Hey, but who produced that beat? That's a nice beat, though.
I don't know where
If
the
it's
beat is
taken, it's
from.
fine. But that's a nice one.
All right, guys. I hope you had an amazing time on the show.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Hopefully, I will come very soon.
Oh,
mean,
yes.
Anytime you call me, Just call my name
And I'll be there.
and I'll be there.
Yes. Yes. All right, would you have anything you want to say to the audience before we go?
My name is Basil. Vibration is out on all platforms. Stay tuned.
Keep it locked,
Wow,
guys.
the boy is selling his market.
Yes, so he has to sell it.
Well, my name is Bankulli. I'm just happy to be here anytime, any day you need me, you know.
Yeah.
My own life is just to contribute to connect the dots with other people's life. It's okay.
Yes, just like Bankulli said, connecting the dots. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be seeing you guys. We wish you nothing but the best in your career,
Thank you,
Basil.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll be going on a short break, and we'll be right back. And that's a wrap for today's episode on Trending, brought to you by Etta. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. On Instagram, it's at official HIPTV. On Twitter and YouTube, it's at HIPTV. Till we see again next time, my name is Kim Opera, and don't forget to keep it moving.